Okay, so you've opened up the narrative assignment and you're looking at this and you're going, oh, Mrs. Leggett, you're crazy. I'm not writing this. Hold on. I'm going to help you through. I'm going to hold your hand. So the first thing you want to do is delete this and write your information. So write your first and last name. For the love of God, you better capitalize that. Show yourself some respect. Put a date in there. The instructor, that's this, Mrs. Leggett. It's 2 G's, 2 T's. Our class is freshman English A. This assignment is the narrative. We just call it narrative assignment, that's fine. And then what story are you picking? So I showed you like a jumping off point of what that would start to look like if you had chosen Lamb to the Slaughter. So I'll choose Interlopers to walk you through some more brainstorming. Okay. So what you've been able to do so far is you've at least got your title looking good, yeah? Your header, got your name, the date, my name, 2 G's, 2 T's. Come on, people. Okay, so pick what story you want, and then I suggest that you pick the character that you want to write about. Maybe you don't know yet. So the Interlopers, I have Ulrich, I have I can't spell his name. What was his name? I'm sorry, I don't know how to spell your name. Oh, I did spell it right. Okay, and then I have wolves. So I am walking you through how do you start this process. The first thing you want to do is make sure that you understand the plot. So like what happens in this story. These two guys are going in the woods. They see each other. They want to kill each other. A tree falls down. They become BFFs. And then the wolves eat them. Okay. So we feel like we have an understanding of the plot. Now we got to say, well, do I have an understanding of the characters? You can use these little descriptions as a good jumping off point. Ultimately, this is like brainstorming stuff that would end up getting deleted as you start writing, but it is helpful so that you have material as you start writing. Okay. So this is the legal landowner. He's mad Georg is poaching. This guy feels snubbed and wants revenge, so he poaches. And then the wolves are wolves. I mean, they're going to be pretty interesting to write about if you choose that perspective. I personally think he could have some pretty like dark thought processes. So if I'm going to start with him, what we could do is like, I showed you a possible interview exercise. If we're writing this as a journal, I'll take this and maybe I'll show you the first few lines of what a journal would look like from him. So it's winter. So let's say January 15th. This was a while ago, maybe 1910. I can go back and change the date to your journal. I went out on foot to secure some game last night on my family's rightful land. Oh, how I was looking forward to, or maybe like, oh, how I hoped I would come across that dirty, rotten land stealing von Ulrich von Gradwitz. I had been in the light snow not 30 minutes before our paths crossed. Remember, so, and now we got to add a little bit of detail about the setting too. So this journal style is a little bit more descriptive. In the story, it says that it was really stormy, that there was like this unnatural eeriness about. So he can recall on that and draw on those facts from the plot to put in his journal from his perspective. It was an unusually dark and windy night when fate finally brought me to my foe before I could pull my trigger. The tree trapped us on the ground. So this is a jumping before I could pull my trigger. So this is a jumping off point. So what I'm showing you is I'm using some ideas of who this person is. What did they see? You could also take those descriptions and like copy and paste them into the page that you're writing and delete them later so that you use them as a guide to help you write. Okay, I'm looking at the time right now, and what I see is that it's about 8:30. I like class to be about this long. So what I want to do is I want to look really quick and see how are people doing. So when I look at this, I don't know if you know this, but I can see your progress. So I can see who's like done anything. Logan's gotten started. Snaps to Logan. Oh, I don't know. So the rest of you guys were just following me. Okay. Some of you might have changed your title, but you still don't know where to go. So this is what I want you to do right now. To open that blank document, change your name, put your name in it, put the assignment title, and decide what story are you going to write. When all is said and done, this is going to be about a page, maybe a little bit longer. So I've shown you two different ways that you can do this. I've shown you in a journal way, and I've shown you the start of an interview way. But what it really comes down to is you need to know the character and you need to know the plot. So maybe this is a good place to pause and you go back and read the stories. They're short stories. They literally, like the recordings of them, because I have the audio recordings, they're like 10, maybe 15 minutes. So I would consider doing that if you're stuck, if you don't know which story to write about. I would listen to the audiobooks because it's easier than rereading, depending on how your brain works. And then pick. So I think a good place to be today would be to have a couple sentences written out for one of your characters. The next class time, so on Friday, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be going through your work and I'm going to be giving you like, yeah, or, ooh, can you tell me more about this sort of feedback? Okay. So I'm going to be giving you feedback throughout the week, especially on Friday, of your writing.